Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a company that didn't just, adapt to the electric vehicle revolution, they are quite literally engineering it from the ground up. The company is Sona Comstar, and their journey is an absolute masterclass in how to strategically pivot. If you're at all interested in the future of technology, mobility, or manufacturing, this is a story you absolutely need to understand.
Okay, let's dive into this. The scale of this achievement is just staggering. In a mere 10 years, looking from FY15 to FY25, Sona Comstar exploded their revenue from 3,450 million rupees to over 35,500 million. I mean, to put that into perspective, that is a pure 10x growth trajectory. And as we're going to see today, this massive surge wasn't just some lucky accident. It was a highly orchestrated leap into entirely new technological frontiers.
Let's move to this timeline and see how this builds, because this wasn't an overnight pivot. They started out as Sona BLW, focusing heavily while almost entirely on traditional driveline components. It was a solid business, right? But they knew the automotive world was shifting beneath their feet. So they evolved into what they call Sona Comstar 1.0, aggressively adding things like motors, sensors, and software into their mix. Fast forward to now, and they are fully in their Sona Comstar 2.0 phase. They are stepping entirely outside of traditional automotive boundaries to conquer railways, robotics, and physical AI. It's a deliberate step-by-step expansion into much higher-value technologies.
And this brilliantly illustrates why that pivot was so incredibly crucial. The sheer success here is undeniable. Think about it. If they had just stayed a legacy parts company, they would have been fine organically growing at a respectable, 12% or so. But because of their bold vision, that legacy driveline business now only accounts for about 25% of their current revenue pie. Look at the rest. Over 35% of their revenue today comes from new products added organically, and over 40% from strategic inorganic additions. That means a massive 75% of their revenue today is generated from entirely new product verticals that they systematically acquired or built over the last decade. It's like a completely different company.
So let's look at this next phase. Part 1. Sona Comstar 2.0, the leap forward.
To actually make this leap forward, management adopted this really fascinating think slow, act fast philosophy. They aren't just satisfied making car parts anymore. They're setting their sights on the fundamental building blocks of automated movement across the globe. They call this core mission engineering intelligent motion. And it makes total sense when you think about it. Whether it's the wheels of an electric car, the massive engines of a high-speed bullet train, the rotors of a delivery drone, or even the joints of a humanoid robot, it all requires one core competency: controlling motion with extreme precision and intelligence. They basically realized, hey, if we can expertly control motion in a passenger vehicle, we can translate that exact same expertise to literally anything that moves.
Now let's break down how they're actually powering this. Part 2. The twin engines, joint ventures, and AI. To drive the next decade of this envisioned 10x growth, Sona Comstar is relying on two massive, future-facing engines. The first one is a blockbuster joint venture with the Japanese global tech giant Denso. Think of this partnership like a highly specialized tag team. For four-wheelers and above, Denso takes the 51% lead, bringing their deep intellectual property in high-voltage liquid-cooled systems to the table. But and here's the genius part. For the massive two- and three-wheeler market, Sona Comstar retains 51% control, focusing on air-cooled traction systems. It is just a brilliant synergy, perfectly combining Denso's unmatched R&D with Sona's agile, highly cost-competitive manufacturing.
And their shared mission for this tag team is incredibly clear: to revolutionize the electric mobility landscape by delivering world-class electric powertrains that set new benchmarks in performance, quality, reliability, and sustainability. And make no mistake, they are putting serious scale and capital behind this ambition. Just to give you an idea, the joint venture for the passenger vehicle market alone was subscribed at a staggering enterprise value of 17,500 million rupees. They are playing for keeps here.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how they approach their second growth engine: physical AI. They take this highly complex, futuristic technology and map it straight to relatable human concepts. First, you have the body, the actual motors, joints, and gears giving a machine its physical form. Second is the senses, the radar and LiDAR that actually let the machine see and understand its environment. Third, the intelligence, the AI models doing the reasoning and prediction. Fourth, the reflexes, the systems controlling safe physical movement. And finally, the training, the real-world feedback loops and high-fidelity simulations. This simple 5-step framework takes all the mystery out of advanced robotics and shows exactly where Sona Comstar's hardware fits in.
And here is the kicker. They aren't just theorizing about this on whiteboards. They are aggressively attacking the entire value chain of robotics and physical AI right now. They're building the mission-critical physical components, they're developing the perception software stacks, and they're even stepping into full robot development themselves. They've already secured major orders for radar perception in farming robots and advanced robotic subsystems. They even went as far as showcasing a prototype of their very own autonomous mobile robot at CES 2026. I mean, this new vertical alone already boasts an order book standing at 8 billion rupees. It's moving like wildfire.
Which naturally leads us to the numbers. Part 3, the proof. Q1 FY27 surging order book.
So, the crucial point is the financials actually back up the hype. It's always easy to outline ambitious, futuristic strategies on paper, right? But as focused learners, we always need to look at the hard data. The financial validation in Q1 FY27 is just undeniable. Their EBITDA hit 3,026 million rupees, representing a massive 49% year-over-year growth. But even more jaw-dropping is their battery electric vehicle, or BEV revenue, that absolutely skyrocketed to 4,355 million rupees. That is an explosive 107% year-over-year growth. Their aggressive bet on electrification isn't just a plan for tomorrow, it's driving massive, tangible financial success today.
But honestly, if there's one number that truly stands out to me, it's 44%. Battery electric vehicles now make up a full 44% of Sona Comstar's entire automotive product revenue. Think about that compared to their legacy driveline roots just a few short years ago. This phenomenal share is supported by 69 awarded EV programs across 36 different customers globally. They aren't just participating in the EV market. They are deeply, deeply embedded in the supply chains of the world's most innovative automotive manufacturers.
And this momentum, it shows absolutely no signs of slowing down. Just walk through this massive influx of recent order book additions with me. They just secured a huge 6,400 million rupee order for hybrid passenger vehicles from a North American OEM. They nabbed another 900 million in electric two-wheeler business right in India. But importantly, and this is key, they haven't abandoned their lucrative core, pulling in a really solid 2,100 million for traditional non-electric passenger vehicles. They're successfully capturing lucrative business across every single technological transition phase of the mobility market all at once.
Which brings us to a really critical realization. We've seen exactly how Sona Comstar deliberately expanded from a traditional driveline business into a total powerhouse, orchestrating the physical movement of robots and electric vehicles, generating a 10x revenue surge in the process. So here's the question you have to walk away with today. If a traditional auto parts maker can completely reinvent themselves and secure this kind of unprecedented global growth by pivoting to physical AI and robotics, what does this mean for the future survival of legacy players who simply refuse to evolve? The mobility revolution is absolutely here, and it's moving faster than ever. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and as always, keep questioning what's next.